I'll carry it until you have need of it.
One moment. Tell me, Miyamoto Musashi, what is it you plan to do anyway?
Well, I'm going hunting. Demon hunting.
Folks, you are listening to Draw Game, the podcast that asks, what if video games could be on your TV? I'm your host, Alex Frioli, and joining me as always, creator of FPS ROM hack Nobunaga's Kablambition, Ray Barnholt.
Oh, well, hello.
Hi there. How do you do?
Hey, you know what?
What's up?
Video games can also be on your movie screen.
What? When?
It's happened a couple times, as far as I know.
Since how?
Well, I think we'll get to it. We'll do an actual theatrical release here eventually.
Yeah.
Instead of this video Netflix garbage. Just kidding. Alex, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
All right. Great.
I'm great. I'm mentally frazzled because, we record this right after I play a whole bunch of FF14 where, coincidentally, I am also a samurai.
Okay, yes. And today we're talking about the samurai. Notice how I didn't use a proper English plural there because that's
right.
how you talk about them.
Thank you. Tell us about the noble samurai.
Samurai, Pokemon, other words of that nature.
Sushi!
All right, today we are watching, or had watched, and we'll talk about Onimusha, the very recent anime production that was a Netflix original, a Netflix series. And so, yes, the game, Onimusha Warlords, released in 2001 originally by Capcom for the PlayStation 2. It was once codenamed in development as Sengoku Biohazard. And you can probably see that really fits when you look at this game. It just looks like Sengoku Resident Evil. You have pre-rendered fixed camera gameplay, just like Resident Evil. And you fight demonic monsters who are kind of also zombies, I guess.
Just like Resident Evil.
Very similar. But I would say in gameplay, the emphasis is a little teeny bit more action-focused. There's more moment-to-moment fights and things because you are, of course, playing a samurai with a big sword and you get to slash up a bunch of zombies and stuff. And you don't necessarily have to worry about ammo in your guns or green herbs and so on and so forth. So it was a different sort of take on that kind of format. You do.
You do have to worry about green herbs.
Yeah, but not as much, I would say. I guess, I don't know. You and I do have a familiarity with the games. So
yes, there's no chess puzzles because chess hadn't been invented. Well, at least it hadn't reached Japan, I guess, at that point. Who knows?
No, maybe not.
There's no shogi puzzles, is what I should say.
When did chess get off the boat in Japan?
I don't know. We'll have to. Well, Russia. Wait, Russia was pretty close. I'm sure it got there well before Onimusha started. I take it back.
So the story of the original Onimusha trilogy, or at least the first two games, I forget. I'm foggy on the third one. But the story was mostly about an extra evil Oda Nobunaga summoning demons, if I could boil it down to its most base essence there. So you would go around fighting the Genma, these demon forces and stuff, and they would, possess people and turn them into zombies, and that's mostly what you were fighting most of the time until it turns into like big monsters and stuff, and it gets extra creepy, as you might expect. Now, there was another point of the Onimusha games that they tried to highlight through every sequel and such, and that was the fact that they featured real-world actors, even dead ones.
Oh, yeah.
The first game, the hero samurai was Samanosuke, who was played by Takeshi Kaneshiro.
You were so close to saying Takeshi Kitano.
I know. It's hard. It's hard as a white guy.
Where's that fan hack?
They already got a model of him in Yakuza 6, so yeah, they can go for that.
That's right. Yeah, wait, he was a samurai in a recent movie. I forgot. I guess he can play Bushido. Bushido. We call it Bushido face.
I guess so. He was an old samurai, though.
Yeah.
I don't think you can really do the action-packed ones in these games.
No, maybe not.
So there was him, Samanosuke, and I think he had also acted in samurai stuff before that. So I guess he was a shoe-in for Onimusha. Onimusha 2 was about Jubei Yagyu or Yagyu Jubei. I don't know which one's the first name or whatever anymore. I just read the literature, okay?
Jubei is the first name.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, he was played by Yusaku Matsuda, who was dead and still is.
Oh.
But this guy, he was more famous in the 70s and had like a, nice little fro going on, you could say. And they kind of like scanned him in, I suppose, with the blessing of the family and put him in Onimusha 2. So he was revived that way. And then in Onimusha 3, it was Samanosuke returning alongside a guy named Jacques, who was played by Jean Reno. Not dead, still not dead, I don't think, but the famous French actor who you may know from Leon the Professional and many other famous French movies.
Yes.
And that was really interesting because Onimusha 3 is also about traveling through time to the present day. And of course, you end up in France and meet the Jacques guy, and he becomes the number 2 player character. And so that was really interesting. And then now they are coming out with a brand new Onimusha game, a reboot. There was a 4th Onimusha game for PS2, but I don't believe that hero was an actual real actor. As far as I know, I don't think so. It was just a blonde-ish character.
Oh, Dawn of Dreams?
Yeah.
It was just young, blonde anime-style heartthrob. I don't think it was anybody.
So they now have a new Onimusha game coming out, Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Okay.
Which is the newest one coming out for all your next-gen systems and all that. And this one is about Miyamoto Musashi, played by Toshiro Mifune, who, again, is dead, but a celebrated Japanese actor.
Now, this is funny to me because I didn't realize until I sat down to record this with you that Musashi in the upcoming game is modeled on Mifune. And I remember seeing the character in the show we just watched and thinking, man, I remember when Japanese dudes had cool beards. And I always point to Mifune as like a cool Japanese beard. And it fits that, like, oh yeah, he's the one they copied. He's the coolest Japanese beard I think that there was.
And yet, in this new game, his beard is not as full.
No, it's not? Okay.
He doesn't have much of a beard going on in this new one.
Yeah, it's mostly stubbly in the anime.
It doesn't look very pronounced in the game, this new game.
No, it's not a full lush beard yet, but who knows? Maybe the game will open up new beard modes where we can customize and allow it to grow.
Right, of course. Yeah.
It's called Higemusha.
Now there's an idea. Get Capcom on the horn.
Or Onihige.
Yes. The first Onimusha was also the first PlayStation 2 game to sell 1 million copies. Of course, it was released not too long after the PS2 first came out, so that makes some sort of sense. And, you get a big company like Capcom behind it. I do think it is a little funny for a game that kind of holds on to that old format of the pre-rendered backgrounds of like what was kind of known as a last generation thing. Like when on PS2, we were expecting these amazing real-time 3D rendered worlds. That's what they were promising us. But Capcom's biggest game at the time was still kind of like a fixed camera sort of thing with pre-rendered backgrounds. I just think it's interesting. I don't really care. It is a good game. It obviously deserved to sell 1 million copies. We're fine there.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, there were several sequels to Onimusha. There's 2 and 3, and the 4th one just called Dawn of Dreams. Sort of a soft reboot. It doesn't really have many ties to the other ones. There is a tactics game for the Game Boy Advance. Alex has close familiarity with that one, I believe.
I did, yes. I reviewed that for GameSpy way back in the day when we were young freelancers.
Yeah.
I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5. I think it was pretty good.
I think it was decent, yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think I still have it.
There was Onimusha Blade Warriors, which was a Super Smash Brothers clone, as was the style at the time. It was one of these platform fighters with like all of the characters from, I think, the first 2 games at the time. So,
I thought it was like a straight up 3D, like a Soul Calibur, because wasn't...
No.
What's the game that Rockman EXE is in?
Rockman EXE?
Yeah, isn't that Blade Warriors?
Is it a fighting game?
No, you can unlock Rockman in one of the...
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know this, actually. Or forgot.
I thought Blade Warriors was more of a Soul Calibur than a Smash.
No. I mean, it's multiplayer.
What?
It's like 4 players. And you're jumping around
What?
castles and stuff.
No way. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, that settles that.
But yeah, there's... Okay. But you can play as a Rockman. I'm looking at the screenshot right now. Pretty good.
All right. I didn't really know that. That's good.
You know, even though I was into Onimusha at the time, and I was into Melee at the time, this was just... I did not even see this as in my wheelhouse in any way.
No, and it was such the style at the time, like Capcom made one for Beautiful Joe.
What?
There's Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble, which is kind of the same type of game.
All right.
I don't know what they were thinking, but there you go. And then there was other weird clones like Dream Mix TV World Fighters.
Oh, yeah.
Which was the Konami, Hudson, and Takara crossover fighting game.
Wow.
So you can be Takashi Meijin fighting Optimus Prime. That's the best matchup you get in that game.
They've hated each other for centuries. A long-standing rivalry.
Yeah. And then, of course, I mentioned the new game coming pretty soon. And we're also recording this like 2 days before the remaster of Onimusha 2 comes out. And I've been wondering about that one because I didn't really play much of 2. I didn't put a whole lot of time into it. So maybe now is the time. It's not the time. I'm not going to bother.
Now is the time.
But hey, at least it'll be there for me again.
They're all good. I like them all. I like 3 the best. I think that's a pretty common takeaway from these games.
Oh, really?
But they're all fun in their own. I even like 4. I like Dawn of Dreams a little bit. Even though it...
okay.
I think Dawn of Dreams was the one that started to, if I remember correctly, started to take the series away from the pre-rendered backgrounds.
3.
Was it 3 that did that?
Yeah, 3 had more polygons.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Onimusha in a nutshell. We do have some familiarity with it. I played the most of the first game, the Xbox port, Genma Onimusha. I'm most familiar with that. I remember those last stages being just hellish to go through, but such as it is with Capcom action games, I guess. Anyway, so and now the anime Onimusha, just Onimusha, no special subtitles or anything, is the anime we watched. It was released on November 2nd, 2023 on your Net of Flix, one of many exclusive anime available on Netflix. As far as the makers go, we have the chief director, Takashi Miike, who is a well-known Japanese director, done a lot of different movies for decades now. I thought, him being involved in this Onimusha anime was kind of uncharacteristic, at least in the sense that it's anime. He's, at this point, done live-action stuff in, I think, every imaginable genre of film. He started out doing like horror movies and like weirdo action Yakuza stuff, the Dead or Alive movies. It's just bizarre things. And he has done Capcom things. He directed the movie, the Ace Attorney movie. I don't know if you ever saw the Ace Attorney movie.
No, I have not seen the Ace Attorney movie.
He did a adaptation of Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
I believe here they did call it Yakuza Like a Dragon before the game Yakuza Like a Dragon came out. But it is just based on the first game. And frankly, so is the Ace Attorney movie, also pretty much directly based on the first game. Very close adaptation. So nobody could complain about there being any inaccuracies, I guess. But that was Takashi Miike. He sort of, you know what? I don't mean this in a bad way, but he was doing a lot of video game adaptation stuff for a little while there. And it did seem like he was just becoming the Uwe Boll of Japan.
Oh, no.
In that sense. Purely in the video game adaptation sense. I'm not talking about relative quality.
Yeah.
But
I was...
that seemed to be where I was going.
I was struggling to think of the name of a movie he did that I really enjoyed. And it turns out it wasn't even him. It was Ryuhei Kitamura. It was Versus, which is a real fun movie.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was the guy who worked with Hideo Kojima. Yeah.
Yeah. Ryuhei Kitamura is why the Twin Snakes cutscenes look that way. That's why they're insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, go watch Versus. It's also insane.
Kojima is in Versus as like an extra.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He was an extra on set for one day. But yeah, Miike's done, I think, everything at this point. He's also directed episodes of like a magical girl drama.
Sure.
Live action drama. Yeah, so I think the anime stuff was a little bit more recent, him getting involved in anime. And so here he is again with another Capcom adaptation. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. This anime is also about Miyamoto Musashi, who, as I mentioned, is the protagonist of the new game coming out, but there is no apparent connection. For one thing, the one in the game looks younger, and the demon gauntlet that is such an important part of the Onimusha games in the new game has a feminine voice. In this anime, it's just a deep voiced monster voice.
What?
Basically. Not too feminine. What's up?
I thought the whole point of this was like, to promote the upcoming game, we're going to have this anime. Like, why not work all that in, you idiots? Motioning to Capcom. Why not,
I really don't know. Yeah. I'd have no idea what's going on here.
Watching the anime made me feel like, oh yeah, I miss Onimusha. I like that series. It kind of makes me want to play the upcoming game. And I guess I still do. But now it's like, why didn't you use that female voice for the gauntlet? Why didn't you do the younger Musashi? What is this taking place after the game? If so, why?
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be the case either, but
it
is very curious.
It's so silly. Okay.
Because the game was announced at the end of last year, I think. But you have to imagine it's been produced for a few years prior to that. And the anime was also being produced for a few years. So it's like there was no discussion, or maybe they just decided on their own, like, hey, we'll just do two different Musashi stories.
I thought it was silly. Well, hang on. I thought it was cool because like this would essentially act as a prequel to mainline Onimusha, or Onimusha 1 rather. Because Musashi, I think, predates Nobunaga by a couple hundred years. So like this is the Oni and Genma saga from an earlier point in history, which I thought was kind of cool and interesting. But if you're going to set it up right so that it bridges with the game properly. Why would you not make sure it all matches up?
Well, also the timing wasn't there. I mean, the anime came out 2 years ago. This game is coming out next year, 2026.
Oh, this anime came out 2 years ago?
2023.
Okay, in that context, I think it makes a little bit more sense because maybe they hadn't nailed down these things about the game quite yet. But on the other hand, maybe nail that stuff down if you know you're doing a multi-pronged media approach. Maybe get that shit down before you start working on them.
I mean, yeah, right?
But whatever. It's still fun. It's still cool.
Capcom must have known.
Capcom must have known. Open up the Kennedy archives.
It's No, we don't need to go that far.
What did you know, Capcom?
I think we have all the information we need.
All right.
We're on a need-to-know basis. We got everything we need. It's just curious. But yeah, we're talking about the anime today, of course. And I want to say, I've seen the key art for this thing. Like the main sort of art, the thumbnail you might see on Netflix. It's just a front shot of Musashi with like half of his face is kind of purpley.
He looks like Kano.
Like he's being possessed by the... Yes.
Why does he look like Kano?
It made me think, I first saw this and I was like, wait, is he going to be like half cyborg? Because he looks kind of like he's turning into a cyborg.
It looks like he's either a cyborg or a Kano.
Yeah. And at first I was like, well, if they're going in a different direction, sure, why not? It's an anime. It doesn't have to be based on the game that much, but yeah. No, it's not the case. Yeah.
Now, let me say this. I didn't watch all 8 episodes. I only watched the first 4 for this.
Right.
Maybe he turns into a cyborg in the back half of the series. Did you watch the whole thing?
I have read the plot summaries. There was no mention of cyborgs or Terminators or anything of that nature. So.
Did anybody from Outworld show up? Does Raiden show up and say, we need you to participate in Mortal Kombat?
Again, not included in the summaries, but maybe.
Okay, all right. Sure.
Please. The last thing we need is a crossover with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, okay.
Which is on its own other plane of wackiness. But yeah, y'all can go see it. You can see this artwork and just think for yourself also, oh yeah, he does kind of look like they're going for a half cyborg thing. It was just a weird approach to designing that particular piece of art. But don't worry, it's all pretty traditional as far as Japanese stuff goes, except, of course, for the demonic zombies and whatnot.
I think maybe it's possible that they wanted the poster, the key art, to convey the idea that he is, because of the Oni gauntlet, he might be becoming part Oni, but they can't show the gauntlet in the art, I guess, because it was meant to be a reveal in the show and they didn't want to kind of tip that design too early. I have no idea.
Right. I think the gauntlet was a little bit obscured too. Like you can't fully see it like behind the logo or something like that.
Oh, is it in the art?
No, it is, but it's not obvious. It's glowing really brightly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like a big glowy purple spot around the gauntlet, and then it's up to his face, which looks kind of like purpley, but also a bit silver. So you're like, wait, is this Kano? Yeah.
Kano, you're not in Onimusha.
Well, anyway, I have to nitpick something about this because generally this is a good anime. This is not a real bad anime, and we're not going to be critiquing a lot or making fun of a lot of things, but that's okay. We take on everything on this show. We're just doing all the video game based anime we can stomach, and that might be good or that might be bad. I mean, this is CG. This is basically 3D CG anime.
Yes.
Cell shaded stuff, kind of animated on the twos. I mean, I'm not that much of an expert on it, but I know a lot of stuff recently is being animated on the twos, like the Spider-Verse movies, that new Ninja Turtles movie that was a couple years old.
Obviously, I know what that means, but why don't you explain it for our audience who's not quite as up on animation as I am?
It's like an artificial way of animating every other frame, let's say, to make it look more like a traditional hand-drawn animation would be. Because a lot of hand-drawn animation, I guess, technically speaking, is animated on the twos. The keyframes are like, every 2 frames.
Right.
Where you might have a new frame of action going on.
Okay.
So that's the gist of it. Again, I'm not really an expert. This is also not a technical animation type of show. We're not that kind of nerd. But that's as far as I understood it. But that is why stuff like the Spider-Verse movies look like they do.
Yeah, I was wondering why certain scenes looked like they were out of Archer. That's just the way that animation is.
Some of them,
yeah. Like a lot of the dialogue scenes, a lot of the facial animations were like, this looks exactly like Archer, except they're Japanese.
Yeah, you can just call that an art direction choice, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is mostly 3D, and because of that, like, there's a lot less room for error. Like, you have your character models, you manipulate them however you need to, adjust the shaders however you need to per frame, and you don't have to mess with any sort of possibility of hand-drawn errors.
Yeah.
So you get a very good-looking anime. It has gorgeous backgrounds, landscapes, like constantly, is very detailed, very good looking.
Yeah, this I want to say this kind of thing, like, if you're talking about animation with computers to save time and money, like the way that most anime is made today, it's still meant to mimic hand-drawn animation. And like, it doesn't have any of those errors, and it loses some of that personality. I've never been a big fan of that. I feel like something like this, which is leaning into the computer look, I think it works more so than an anime you would see on Japanese TV.
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
I thought it looked great.
Yeah, they made it work.
Whereas when I see modern anime on Japanese TV now, it looks like modern Simpsons. It looks like this is just all spit out of a computer. It might as well be AI at this point.
Way too clear.
Yeah.
Way too bright and vibrant.
Yeah, there's no life to it.
But I guess in Onimusha's case, it just looks so good, so well produced. You could just chocolate.
Was someone hungry?
You could chalk it up to the advances that have been made in the past 25 plus years or so, I suppose.
Advances in demons.
Yes. So that's the setup. Alex, did you want to start us off?
I would love to start us off. We open in Japan. Has that been established? I'm stalling while I find my document.
It is.
All right.
Episode 1.
Episode
Japan.
1. Trouble in the Mushroom Kingdom. Episode 1 is called Demon. We open on an unarmed man in a temple courtyard who is beset on all sides by spear goons, which he beats down effortlessly. I think this is a pretty good introduction to the show because it shows off right away that the animation looks good, but also combat is nuanced and you can follow it pretty well. It's fun, basically.
Yeah, you can see what's going on. And also, like, it starts off, like, the very beginning of the episode is, like, very quiet.
Yeah.
It's like, you just follow a snowflake falling. And it's like, this is not exactly what I thought the Onimusha anime would start off like. But, yeah, there are a lot of quiet moments in this show, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. So this dude, this scruffy-looking dude, knocks out, in a beautiful sequence that lasts several minutes, knocks out 11 men, all of whom are armed with
maybe a little too long,
a little bit, armed with spears or naginata, and he's just he's not really using weapons at all. He's just disarming and taking down these dudes. Looks towards the old sensei who's sitting and watching everything and says, "I knocked out 11 of your men. That means I can borrow the thing for 33 days, right?" And we as the audience are like, whoa, what's he talking about? What's the thing?
What is it?
So Master Monk brings him into the temple, or near the temple, does a little ritual, retrieves a box from the temple, gives it to him, and then sends...
Cleansing it, I suppose?
Yeah. And then sends his flunky Kaizen along to make sure this thing is returned on time, whatever our protagonist is borrowing. Kaizen is a typical bald monk dude.
Yeah.
Who is being sent along just to ensure the safety of the package.
So he has this package for 33 days.
Yes.
And then he has to bring it back.
It's like Blockbuster, where you could go there and you would have to rent Onimusha.
Right.
But you'd have to bring it back.
Or is it more like renting a car where you have to have the tank past a certain point?
No, it is like renting a car where you have to knock out 11 men in order to receive the keys for 33 days.
Yeah.
Right. And that's when we get the protagonist.
That's why they call it Hertz.
Oh, well, it's unfortunate this episode peaked this early. But that's pretty great. Holy shit. Yeah. So this is where we get the protag reveal. It's our boy Miyamoto Musashi, real guy. There's a lot of legend surrounding the guy. He's leaving with the thing and he says, "I'm going hunting, demon hunting." And that's when we get our opening theme, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
So Miyamoto heads out of the temple with Kaizen. He's got the package with him. He reunites with the group. He's not journeying alone, Ray. He's on a very important mission.
He has his merry band.
He does. In fact, I think it's time for us to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, your samurai warriors for the 16-24-25 Bushido Ball season. Number 17, sent by a master monk to guard a box. It's Kaizen. Oh, wow. He's a popular guy. Number 11, he knows maps and medicine. The bespectacled Sahe. I played the music twice by accident, but it's all good. Sahe would have loved it. Number 34, stout samurai and ferocious falconer. It's Goromaru. All right, Goromaru's got some fans. Number 22, the fortune-telling samurai with a sharp nose. It's Heikuro. Yeah, let's hear it for Heikuro. Ray, you clap too.
Yeah.
All right. Number 41, creepy disciple of Yaemon, none other than Gensai. All right, not a lot of love for Gensai. Number 19, beloved swordplay instructor with a scar over his left eye. It's Matsuki Kensuke. All right. That's all right. Cut it. Cut. All right. Thank you.
They're here. Cut it.
They're here. Very bold of Goromaru. Goromaru using the tearaway warm-up pants. I thought that was a cool touch. He even made tiny little uniforms for his falcons. That was adorable. Yeah. So this is our crew. This is who we're taking on this journey with us.
Yeah.
It's
now I have another part.
Let's go.
This is just an observation.
Sure.
But they start going on their little trek down the path or whatever, and then this music plays on the show. Just that general tune there, right? I know it's like kind of based on traditional Japanese instruments or whatnot, but to me, this immediately reminded me of the Nintendo 3DS game Pilot Wings Resort, which has a very similar piece of music in it.
Oh my God. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Great soundtrack.
I can imagine
on that game, though. By the way, yeah.
Musashi skydiving with an Oni gauntlet. Oh, pretty good.
Rocket belt.
Rocket belt Musashi. Oh, great. Yeah, wow, that is that's very close, yeah. Hang on, who did the music for this series?
I did not get that in my notes.
All right, okay.
Sorry.
Well, all right.
It's not the same person as I'm pretty sure it's not the same.
You never know.
No, it says here actually music by Koji Endo.
Okay.
Not Koji Kondo.
No.
Not from Nintendo. In fact, the one from Pilot Wings was a woman. So.
Oh.
Just so you know.
All right.
Yeah, I know that much.
All right. So Kaizen, his function here at the outset is to sort of act as the audience surrogate while Sahe fills him in on the details of their journey. So Sahe tells him/us, Yaemon has gone rogue and persuaded the villagers to rebel against the shogun.
Right.
Yaemon was a local dude. I don't know if it was covered exactly who Yaemon was.
No, they don't fully say who it is in this thing. No.
He's just the guy who everyone knows, but he's gone weird.
Right. And by the way, if you watch the show subtitled, it's not Lemon. It's Yaemon. Capital I, not lowercase L.
Yeah, multiple times reading the subtitles, I just heard Lemon. I heard an Alec Baldwin.
Yes, this is not 30 Rock.
No, okay.
And I do not have any 30 Rock drops, so keep going.
You talking about Sanju Ishii? Okay. And then Goromaru, Goromaru talks up Musashi's victory over the three Yoshioka brothers, which comes into play later. Just mostly for audience benefit. We also get a little bit of teasing the box where Sahe asks...
Hey, now.
This is not the kind of show. Sahe asks Kaizen about it, who says he doesn't know what's inside, but that it's used for dealing with those who are not human.
So basically, we have some general exposition here around this period of time in the show here.
He has been asked by our lord to bring Yaemon to heal, and Matsuki Kensuke, our instructor in swordsmanship, has been sent along to assist him.
The rest of us have been sent along to act as assistants to the assistant, you could say.
So in short, your master wants this matter settled quickly and quietly, so that no one starts to think that he's losing control.
You don't mince words.
Still, even if Musashi is every bit as skilled a swordsman as you say, you'll be heavily outnumbered.
Oh well, whatever. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, but that's the general setup there.
And this is a good time to point out that the reason I didn't get too many clips of this show for this episode is because the voice acting is generally pretty good. So there's nothing that's goofy or funny.
Right. Gotta warn you, everybody.
Yeah.
The show's too good.
Gotta warn you, this is a show that's worth watching. So we're all set up. We've begun our journey here. We stop for a break eventually. Musashi finds Gensa. If it seems like there's too many guys, Japanese names to keep track of, don't worry, two of them are about to be gone. Musashi finds Gensai weeping in the woods, who is torn over being sent to kill his master. And then finds...
Yeah, he seems like really, distraught, let's say.
Yeah. Seems to have...
He's being a weirdo.
Seems to have a strong loyalty towards Yaemon. Musashi then finds Matsuki drinking water at the stream, who says, if only Yaemon had been born a few decades earlier, he would have been a great man. So here we got two dudes who seem like they are, they're very fiercely loyal to Yaemon. Kind of planting a few seeds of doubt in the audience's mind up to now. Because everyone else in the group just seems kind of chill, except for these two who are getting real weird. Musashi then recounts to Matsuki the story of the dismembered spy and questions if the men are up to the task. Matsuki starts reminiscing about the battle at Sekigahara, which turns out to have been Musashi's first battle.
Yeah.
And gives him the classic "Why do you fight?" line that you're going to see in any story about fighting at all.
Yes, indeed. Also, right before this was more exposition about sake.
Oh, Sahe! What the devil
Stop
is
moving.
that?
It's concentrated sake made by boiling it down. When craftsmen and fishermen injure themselves in their work, they use this to prevent the wound from festering.
Festering couldn't feel any worse.
See, you learn a little something.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought that sake was just for drinking.
No.
All right.
It's for healing.
Cool.
I'm going to drink some more.
It's a big jug. It's a big gourd you have tied around your belt, Sensei. No, that... What is that you just held up?
A 32-ounce spray bottle of isopropyl alcohol.
All right. For a sec, I heard 32X spray bottle. I'm like, no, that's something Ray would have.
Yeah, you'll see it. I have it in my childhood photos of my game collection.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, the audience finds out that whoever these opposing forces are pretty brutal. They sent back a spy, dismembered, but alive, I believe, which is pretty grim. Musashi and Matsuki feel there's a little bit of tension here. Kind of get the feeling that Matsuki's not a fan of Musashi. Kaizen is eavesdropping from behind a rock throughout all this and just goes, "Samurai, they can't be trusted." So we know what his deal is.
Well, his deal is a monk.
He is a monk.
Monks and samurai, it's like pirates and ninjas.
Yeah, it's like oil and pirates, ninjas and water. So the group pushes on till nightfall. Matsuki suggests they make camp, gives a pep talk around the fire. Musashi speaks up. I did find it was kind of funny how Matsuki was giving this pep talk, and Musashi's like, there, shut up, Matsuki. There's 3 traitors in the group. Right. 3 people here are traitors, asks Matsuki to roll up his sleeve, revealing the same symbol that was on the disembodied corpse of the spy that we just heard about.
Gasp.
Yeah, a big gasp. Matsuki immediately cops to being evil. he just doesn't even try. He's like, yeah, you got me.
Well, we don't got much time in this episode, so
yeah, right. They're really burning through this. He then challenges Musashi to a duel in which his hands are immediately sliced off and he is slashed across the chest and just kind of fucked. That's it for Matsuki.
Goodbye.
Musashi then
It's
turns...
kind of it, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a little... I mean, we're kind of brushing past this because we have a lot to get to, but there was a little more character stuff with Matsuki. He was going on and on about how since he pledged loyalty to Yaemon, his life has become interesting. He thinks fighting Musashi is interesting. It was a unique use of the word interesting. I think there's some...
I see. Very interesting.
Yeah. There's some character stuff there. So then Musashi turns his attention to Gensai, who is the other creepy deepy, who has suddenly sprouted a long snake-like demon tongue.
Oh, yeah.
He channels the voice of Yaemon, who tells Musashi, "You're gonna die," and then he attacks.
Yeah. So he gets all monsterized, and that is accurate to the games.
I think that's just the side effect of pledging loyalty to Yaemon, some monsterism.
Yeah, exactly. Or Nobunaga, as it was in the others.
The possessed Gensai freaks out. Yaemon starts calming him down and healing his wounds because Musashi's already started messing him up. Gensai grabs Musashi with his tongue and starts beating him against the ground. If they ever did a Sengoku X-Men, this guy would be Toad.
Okay, yes.
Musashi, Batsu Otoko Tachi, they call them.
They'll do it, don't worry.
Musashi frees himself by grossly cutting the tongue that has wrapped itself around him.
Oh, yeah. Well, what else are you going to do?
Kaizen is watching from afar and immediately realizes, oh, this is some demon shit, and asks the group to distract Gensai while he opens the box and throws Musashi the Oni Gauntlet. That's our Oni Gauntlet reveal.
It's Onimusha time.
It's Onimusha time.
You know, like when you say it's Morphin time.
Yes, yeah. So Musashi grabs it, says it's Oni time. Of course, Oni means ogre and Musha means rail. Musashi goes bug fuck as Kaizen explains to Sahe and the audience that the gauntlet absorbs the souls of slain demons. We knew that. We've played Onimusha.
Yeah, we do know that. That is the fun part of one of the fun parts of the game. One of the characteristics that kind of sticks in people's minds is sucking up the demon souls.
Yeah, it makes that vacuum noise.
Not demons' souls. That's a different thing.
Yes, no. So Musashi finally dices Gensai into bits and painfully removes the gauntlet, which was kind of like some gauntlet tendrils were trying to hold onto his arm. He tosses the gauntlet back to Kaizen, who puts it back in the box. Musashi then tells the group, "Shit's about to get real, everybody. So there's no shame in going home."
But will they? No.
No, they won't, because the next morning before the group sets off, they ask, "Hey, buddy, you said there's 3 traitors. Who's the 3rd traitor?" And Musashi goes, "Lol, it was me. I lied about a 3rd traitor to keep you from murdering me in my sleep." Which, all right, that's a fun character quirk.
He's a mastermind. Yeah.
He's a mastermind. He's great.
Playing every angle.
Yeah.
4D chess.
So that's 40 shogi. So that's the end of episode 1, Demon.
Yeah. Now I want to say,
hi.
Except for all that violence towards the end, it was a pretty quiet episode, which I think is also kind of a theme of these first few episodes. Like kind of quiet most of the time. Just like a lot of walking around and enjoying the backgrounds until some action happens. I don't know what to think about it necessarily. I just think it's an interesting approach for something that is based on a pretty action-packed video game.
I like it because I want more on these characters. I want more dialogue.
Yeah.
I like that the action and by extension the violence is a treat. That like we've established. I'm not into gore. I don't typically like bloody or gory stuff. I thought this was fine. There's a couple of gross bits, but like maybe it's because of the way it's computer animated that it never struck me as disgusting. It was just like, oh, it's cool action shit. You know, like what's his name? Matsuki getting his hands cut off in the duel, you know, that are on screen for a handful of frames look exactly like I thought it was an homage to the intro of Princess Mononoke, where Demon Ashikaga shoots an arrow and shoots a guy's hands off that just go flying out of frame in a handful of frames. Like, oh, right, okay. It had that feel to me, but I liked it. I'm you know, where we got 3 more episodes to get through here, but I'll say outright, like, I'm not a big anime guy. We knew this about me going into this show. This was a lot of fun and I loved it.
Yeah, all right.
And I think it's partially because the voice acting in English is very good. The animation is good. The action sequences are good. I think it's nicely paced. My only complaint is that it doesn't have anime style previews for the next episode because I really wanted the episode to end and then hear, I'm Miyamoto Musashi. What? Or, you know, something like that.
Yeah. I think we're getting past that in the new age.
Yeah. I'm Goromaru. Yaemon's flipped his lid. There's none of that. And I really wish there was. It would have been really fun. All right, so that's episode 1. Let's move on to episode 2. Mountain Demon. We've evolved from demon to Mountain Demon. We open on...
Hold on, I got to get my joke in. I got to get in my joke, Alex.
Hi.
Mountain Demon. What are we naming this, like Mac OS now?
Pretty good.
Demon? Mountain Demon?
Snow Demon?
Yeah.
All right.
Continue.
We open on Musashi talking to the Oni Council. Oni's been getting a bad rap lately. He's surrounded by purple flames. Kind of reminded me of Gendo Ikari talking to the Nerve Council in Evangelion. The Oni Council explained that the Oni clan were defeated by the Genma.
You got your Oni, you got your Genma.
Yeah. So yeah, Oni is typically translated as ogre and Genma as demon. I guess that's kind of the closest we can get here to these Japanese mythological entities.
Yeah.
They're both, you know, Japanese mythological creatures. We cut to Koromaru calling out Musashi's name. This is the reveal that Musashi is struggling to cross a rickety bridge. We kind of are meant to think it's a fear of heights at first, which I thought was that's some nice characterization. Is
sure.
Musashi's been depicted all throughout episode 1 as just nothing but, you know, an all-knowing kind of stoic action hero, and it's kind of nice to see episode 2 open with him having a character flaw, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
So the group make their way to the village, which appears to have been abandoned for a while. This was the village Yaemon was from, I guess, and where the trouble started. Musashi surmises, hey, I think there's a copper or iron mine nearby, and that's probably where they're holed up, because he sees something made of metal. I don't know, kind of a stretch, Sherlock, but all right, you're the protagonist.
Sure.
Sure enough, Heikuro sniffs out gunpowder with his superior schnoz, which Musashi thinks was used in mining. Goromaru says, if there was a villager around, we could ask them where the mine is, as the group immediately glances across the village to see a young girl looking at them, who immediately flees.
You got a clip of that?
Grab that child!
Great.
This didn't communicate it that well, but they do just sort of like pause and look for just a second and then yell out, grab that child, and that's very funny.
They have the kind of urgency of, break its legs, don't let it get away!
Right, yes. It's like, why is it grab? Like
it's extra funny because Goromaru goes from we can capture a villager and force them to tell us, which then becomes grab that child, immediately followed by I want to say Sae saying, please don't run from us. Like,
yes.
If she overheard you, I think she overheard the first 2 things you said, which was capture a villager, grab that child.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Fatty had a different idea. What's going on here? Still very funny.
So they start searching the village for Girl Chan. Goromaru stumbles queasily out of a house he was searching and tells Kaizen, "Monk, you're needed."
Yes.
as a means of saying, "Hey, I found some corpsos."
You minimize that a little bit. You shown just like vomiting. Or
Oh, that's
retching, at
right.
least.
Yeah. So Kaizen, who apparently has seen some shit, refuses Heikuro's offer of ointment to mask the smell and heads into a house buzzing with flies. So he begins praying over 2 corpses when he hears the girl and asks her to pray with him. She explains that they're her grandparents and that her name is Sayo, the only villager left.
Yeah.
Musashi says, "Hey, help us kill whoever did this."
In so few words, yes.
Yeah. Suddenly, an eerie wind blows and a swarm of demon villagers emerge from the surrounding woods. Very zombie style. Musashi has seen zombie movies before and instructs the group to behead them, to go for the feet first to trip them up, but you got to cut off the head. He knows this. Look, he works for Capcom. He knows how this is done. Initially,
It's Sengoku Biohazard time.
it is. He initially declines the gauntlet offer from Kaizen.
Right, because it's been sucking his energy out.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes, you can't use it too much.
Yeah.
The group is surrounded, and Goromaru whistles for backup. This is when we get the Falconer reveal that Goromaru has cool birds.
Oh yeah, they are very cool.
I love them.
Yeah, they just go ahead and snap some heads off, and
Yeah, Taromaru and Jiromaru descend and start ripping off heads. Look, I don't know about the physics. I don't know from birds. I don't think a falcon could decapitate even a zombie just with one pass, but
we don't know.
for purposes of cool anime shit, it happens.
Yeah.
I had a legit laugh out loud moment as the birds are decapitating and ripping limbs off of zombies, and they're dropping the severed heads and arms at Goromaru's feet like a cat bringing home a dead bird. And Goromaru's like, no,
you guys, you don't
I don't
have to
need
do that."
these. You don't need to do this. I thought that was very cute.
I love you, but no.
Yeah. Musashi shows up with the gauntlet to save the group, and they fall back to the forest.
He had to use it in the end.
He
just
had
keep
to
the horde
use
back.
it. Yeah. Using Sayo, Musashi lures the pack to a house in which he has piled all the gunpowder, and we get a good old-fashioned zombie kaboom.
Yeah, so it's like Kaizen tosses a gunpowder barrel inside, and then Musashi opens it, I think, and then they ignite it.
Yeah.
And then it just, this huge explosion rips through everything, and just, you see all the zombies explode and get
There's
dispatched, let's say.
There's a cool shot of Musashi leaping out the back window of the house as Kaizen tosses a lit torch in, and they kind of pass each other.
Yeah.
And then we get
As
our
if
cool...
it's Lethal Weapon or something.
Yes! Oh, Lethal Buki. We get our satisfying zombie explosion. So,
You nerd.
Hi. Sayo explains that the village found gold in the mines and that Yemon's revolt was for control of this. But turns out they dug too greedily and too deep, and they unearthed some Genma, I guess.
Uh-oh.
How is it ever covered in the games where the Genma come from? Is it just they've always been here or they appeared? I don't think they were ever given an origin other than just, it's Japan, they're everywhere. You know?
It's like, Nobunaga did it.
Okay. Because it feels very much like the fact that they turned the Genma into a thing, like it feels like Las Plagas, like, oh, some miners found it.
Right.
like okay, I didn't realize it was one of those. I thought it was like, like spirits that just, live in Japanese forests and mountains and stuff. But I guess, I don't know. Fun. It's fun. We're having a great time.
It's fun. You don't need to think about it too hard.
Good. Done.
Unless you really want to, in which case you're probably just one of those crazy fans who will nitpick the games to no end and probably have complaints already about the new game that's not even out yet. So
don't do that.
It's just that they are demons. That's about it. A league of demons.
So with all this newfound information, Musashi's plan is to just tell the shogunate about the gold mine and then come back with an army.
Yeah, they'll fix it.
But it turns out we can't because somebody has cut the bridge that they came in on. Sayo takes charge and says she's going to go kill Yemon.
All right.
And then we close on a cute little gag with Sayo.
Hey, what do they call you?
Huh? Do I have to repeat myself? It's Musashi. Musashi.
Weird name. Who thought of it?
None of your business.
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. Good delivery. Good. Also, he makes a funny face as he does it.
He's a
As
funny
cool
guy.
Child. Yeah.
All right, so that takes us out of episode 2. Next time on Onimusha. Hey, everyone, I'm Sahe. Huh? 3 brothers? I don't even have one.
Oh, poor Alex. He just wants the previews.
I want him back.
You aren't getting them from Netflix, that's for sure. They're going to have skip credits. You're going to have that skip credits button.
Damn it. Episode 3 is entitled Nightmare. And this is where stuff starts getting a little more serious for our pal Musashi. We open on 3 black-clad brothers. One of them throws his spear across the ravine to impale a villager, I guess. Was this just a target practice thing? I don't think this was covered.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it really happened or who that other character was that was like staring at each other.
I think it's some characterization like, I'm strong and evil.
Yeah.
Cut to an exhausted Bushido bunch being led up a hill by Sayo. I guess their stamina, their cardio's not the best, so they're kind of having a tough time keeping up with her and the monk. They stop for a break. Sayo forages for food, brings a rabbit and some plants for Kaizen because he doesn't eat meat. And she reminds Musashi that she's the leader because she knows the way.
Sassy little girl.
Sassy kid stuff. Goromaru pokes fun at Musashi's fear of suspension bridges. Where I think this is where we find out that it's not a fear of heights, it's a fear of places with unsure footing.
Hey.
Hi.
It's almost the same thing. It's just doubled up once you get on a rickety bridge,
I get rickety-rackety bridge, thank you very much. We then kind of have a rather forced callback with the Hawks and Goromaru and Yaemon when Sayo asks about the birds. Are they brothers? And Goromaru says, not really, but I raised them like they were. Anyway, we're going to go kill Yaemon. We were close. Were you brothers? No, but we were raised like we were. You just said it.
Oh, I didn't notice it. Yeah.
I understand doing that kind of mirroring in the dialogue and that kind of a callback, but you separate those by a couple scenes. You don't have them immediately follow one another.
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot about that part. But yeah, that is not. It sounds awkward.
Is a little silly. Sayo spots Kaizen praying over the rabbit skull that everybody else just ate, and she joins him. This is a cute little moment. Rabbit skulls are cute. Everyone arrives at the river, but Sayo remarks that, hey, we shouldn't be this far upstream. Something is wrong. Kaizen has also seen zombie films and asks Musashi what to do if Sayo sees a zombie that she knows.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a consideration as well.
The ethical conundrum.
Yes. What do you do?
You shoot the zombie Flanders.
What? He was a zombie. What if I came back as a zombie and I found you, but all I wanted to do was play Ridge Racer 2 with you?
Well, Alex would never do that, so I'd have to kill you.
All right, you passed the test. Great. Okay, good.
Hey, what if you were like a brain-dead zombie who played Final Fantasy XIV all day?
What if?
Oh, man.
So, yeah, right after Kaizen brings up potential zombie problems, an ill wind blows and the group is beset by a pack of demon samurai.
Yeah, there's no time to think about that question.
Yeah, it's just go right into it. Sayo then realizes, someone ripped out and moved trees to change the shape of the forest and lead them into this ambush.
That is extreme, like Night of the Living Dead type of, or Dawn, whatever the mall one was.
Was that the one filmed in Pittsburgh?
Maybe. The ones, where any movie, though, where the zombies are too smart for their own good.
Well, no, I don't think the implication was that the zombies did it. I think it was that the brothers did it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Well,
There's the one huge brother who can rip trees out of the ground. Like, that's his deal. I think it was implying that these brothers are fucking with the group.
Okay. I heard it wrong then, I suppose, because I thought it was like the demons being devious.
No, I think
leading them toward them.
I think it's still understood that zombies are dumb in the Onimusha verse.
I get right, sure.
So we get some more fighting. We get more cool Falcon moments. Kaizen even gets a few kills in with his staff. That was neat. And they win. That's from Onimusha, right? Everything's great until They're celebrating, and then Goromaru gets impaled through the chest by a spear that lodges him into a rock.
That very sudden.
Yeah, and I thought this was a real downer because I really liked Goromaru as a character. I found him pretty endearing after only 2 episodes, and I feel like a lot of that is due to his voice actor.
Yeah, and he is kind of the jolly fat guy. Let's just be honest. And so to have him be like the first one to go,
yeah,
of course it's jarring.
Yeah, and they take a hawk with him as well because it felt very pathetic and very sad to see. He gets impaled by a gigantic spear, but like one of his hawks tries to like maybe not like take the bullet for him, but maybe tries to like push the spear out of the way. But like you're
something
not,
like that. Yeah.
You're not. Yeah, like but one of the hawks
The
pathetically
bullet.
tries to get in the way of the spear.
Hey, they're loyal. What can you do?
They are loyal.
Trained to be loyal.
That's true. Trained to be loyal, born to be bad. That's the life that this falcon had.
That's falconry.
So the group is shocked by Goromaru just getting done in by a giant spear. While everyone is in shock, we hear a couple of the demon brothers say that their baby brother's on the way. He swoops in, grabs Sayo, and retreats. So these 3 goons have kidnapped Girl-chan.
I heard goons.
Yeah. And one of the demon bros starts goading Musashi and says, hey, come to the mountain temple tomorrow morning if you want the girl back.
And that's kind of where we are now for the next one. It's kind of a 2-parter almost.
Yeah. We get a suitably depressing rainstorm as the party grieves. Sahe restrings a bow that they found that belonged to a demon samurai.
This could be useful.
Musashi says, hey, that demon voice was familiar. Meanwhile, Kaizen is just ready to GTFO and abandon the girl. Heikuro slugs him across the face.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Kaizen says, what does he say? They'll let her go once they know we're not coming. And all I wrote in my notes was, lol, okay, bro.
It's like Vulcan logic. It's just Spot going like, well, hey.
Yeah.
We could just leave him.
Musashi breaks him apart, and he just immediately starts training in the rain for tomorrow's fight. He's all business. He's going into business mode.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kaizen's stance is, well, if we don't show up, they'll let the girl go. Cut then to the mountain temple where the brothers tell Sayo she is going to die tomorrow morning.
Oh, well, will she or won't she? Tune in next minute.
Yeah, and that's how we fade out on episode 3 of Onimusha. So we've got some stakes, we've got some drama, we've got some tension.
Yeah.
We've had the death of a loved character. We lost a bird.
And this is why I think it's good to watch 4 episodes of an anime and not 3.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Because the curve starts going up a little bit.
I'll tell you this, like, we're not at the end of this yet, but like, I am going to watch the other 4 at my earliest convenience because this show is pretty good. I like it.
You can let us know on our new side podcast, Draw Game EX.
Oh, that's right.
For extra, where Alex gives extra thoughts if he watched the rest of it. No, I'm kidding. We have a different thing.
I like the beach episode.
Of course, there has to be a beach episode.
Yes, Oni's at the beach.
Yeah.
They put aside their differences, Oni and Genma, to play beach volleyball.
Oh man, it's another one of the Capcom spin-offs.
Oh yeah,
Onimusha Volley Warriors.
Why don't they do more? What happened to that? Remember when games could be goofy and fun?
Well, they are in a sense, just not in a AAA sense anymore.
Yeah,
like we can't. Right. Are we ever going to have Tekken Bowl again? They did it in Tekken 7 as like a almost an olive branch.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we'll ever see it again.
Hey, remember this, losers?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. All right. So episode 4 is just called Bewitch, not Bewitched. See, I can't hear that song without hearing Barney Gumble singing it anymore.
That's what I was trying to go for, yeah. I can't do the voice, but that was what I was going for, yeah.
That's unsexy. We open on the group leaving...
You do a better Barney voice.
Well, I had many years of experience being a drunk. We open on the group leaving camp. We're setting out. We're going to beat up these 3 brothers, hopefully. They have buried Goromaru and Jiromaru. And they solemnly set out on their way. They arrive at a dilapidated temple with a giant bronze bell on the far end of the grounds.
Yeah. The Gauntlet has also been talking to Musashi.
Oh, yeah, wait. I forgot about that.
Musashi. Destroy the Genma in front of you. Kill them with your sword, Musashi.
Just as expected.
Pretty straightforward instructions there from the soul-crazed Gauntlet.
Yeah, that Gauntlet's hungry, man.
Hangry, you might say.
Yeah. So the three brothers show up. Kaizen just immediately gives Musashi the Gauntlet, which, as we've heard, tells him to slay demons, quench my Oni thirst.
Yeah.
So the three brothers show up, they throw off their hoods and reveal themselves to be the Yoshioka brothers, whom Goromaru had told Kaizen about earlier, I believe, saying that Musashi slew them at Sekigahara, Ajigaoka, a place. And here we have a clip of them. We have a clip of Musashi making this realization.
Dashiro, Denshiro, Seijiro. The three Yoshioka brothers.
Sounds like vaudeville. And then a follow-up clip as well.
But they died years ago. I was the one who put them in their graves.
No, this can't be. You're dead?
No, I'm not.
Thank you. Now,
yeah,
I was a little confused here because, we watch these with the subtitles. And if not for the subtitles, I would not have this confusion. They seem to have made a localization choice to shorten two of the brothers' names.
Oh, okay.
Because the subtitle says Matashichiro and Denshichiro, but Musashi just says Matashiro, Denshiro. And this has to have been a choice in the script because later on in the episode, when they say the names again, another character uses these shortened versions. I think I think having to say Matashichiro and Denshichiro was just too unwieldy, maybe, for the voice actors. And they're like, never mind.
This is too formal.
Yeah.
There's too many syllables. Yeah. I see what you mean. Yes.
I get it.
That's probably what they went with.
And it's revealed here that Musashi killed them 20 years ago in Kyoto.
Mm-hmm.
Which is how, by the way, I'm very proud of this, which is how I deduced that this is likely set in 1624 or 25. Because the battles where they died were, because these are real people who Musashi did actually kill in 1604.
Right.
So
what star date is that?
Oh, God.
Negative 1200?
In Japan, it's called Hoshihizuke.
Stop.
I can't. Look.
I'm begging you.
I can't. God. If we're talking about Japan, I'm going to make dumb translations.
Jesus.
So they reminisce for a bit, and Lil Bro runs by and licks Musashi's cheek as a taunt, a Russian taunt. Yeah.
A Russian taunt. Yeah, exactly.
Battle starts with the middle bro who grows giant spider crab arms, which are pretty cool and gross.
Yeah.
Big bro, his deal is he's just roided up, and Lil Bro has ostrich legs, which is pretty fun. They've all got their own weird powers.
Again, some monsterism.
Yeah, exactly.
You realize, though, that in this show, there's a distinction between the zombies and just being monsterized, because the zombies are pretty suitably brain dead.
Right.
And just get slashed up.
Right.
While the monsterized people are like, the boss fights.
No, yeah, it's exactly like Resident Evil. It's very Capcom. It's you've got mindless minions, but then the bosses, they get wacky powers, but they also retain some of their humanity so they can taunt Musashi/Leon.
Yeah, pretty good. They should make a game based on this.
With dinosaurs. Has there been a Dino Crisis anime? We'll watch it. Stay tuned.
No.
So this is where we realize, Sayo is under the bell. Little Bro has just ignited the oil covering the bell. She's getting cooked alive. The group rushes over. Musashi fights the three brothers while the rest of the group tries to get this giant bell off of this child.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now, Musashi does this thing that he's done in the past couple episodes already. He's such a delegator. He's always like commanding two of the guys to go off and do something while he goes and, slashes up the dudes.
Oh, yeah.
The other enemy dudes. I just think that was a funny little thing that keeps happening. He's such a commander,
He's good. Oh, he's a smart guy. He's a strategist. Yeah. He's a good tactician.
Yeah, true. You see it.
Yeah. So cool fights happen. Musashi's trying to take down these three brothers. Big Bro reaches into a giant log and pulls out a giant sword, which is a cool moment.
Yeah, that was I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, that's some cool animation.
Yeah.
It's just like absurdist in a way. It's just like, wow, you didn't have to show that. But
yeah, but you did. Yeah, he could have just pulled out a sword, but he didn't. He reached into a log. He reached into a tree on the ground and pulled it out, ripped it out. It was very cool. So the rest of the crew, while Musashi's doing this, the rest of the crew they're trying to use the bell striking log as a lever to upend the bell, but it's not working.
Yeah.
Cut back to Musashi, who starts...
Ingenious, though.
Yeah. Musashi, meanwhile, starts dual wielding, which is kind of his thing.
Yeah. Once again, it's Biohazard time.
Right.
There's one more point of tension, though, as they use that lever for the bell, is that it starts letting smoke inside, and so Sayo's in even more danger because of this.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you can't blame him because like they thought it might work, and they're trying to save her, but it made things worse. So with his other sword out now, Musashi is starting to hold his own against the three brothers. He's doing a little bit better. One of my few complaints about this show is like at the end of the day, it is still anime, which means. One of my anime pet peeves is stupid dialogue, and it's a very anime thing to say, only your legendary two-sword style allowed you to survive that attack. Which is like, it's great action. It's great action, but nothing turns me off of it more than dudes talking about their attacks.
It definitely leans toward the shonen side of this.
Yeah.
It's just like,
and there was even a little bit of this in the previous episode where Gorumar, like not just talking about your attacks, but like talking about like as if you sat down and thought about the science of your actions is what pisses me off because it's so stupid. Like in the previous episode where Goromaru gets impaled and the one brother is like, his bird distracted me and threw off my aim. As a result, he was able to draw 3 extra breaths. Shut up. Fuck you. This was cool until you started talking like an anime character.
Yeah. Please be quiet now. You had the past hour's worth of episodes to fucking talk, and you.
Yeah, it's dialogue that like if a 14-year-old wrote it, they would think, "Oh, this is super cool," and then later it would dawn on them, "Oh no, someone has to say this out loud."
Yes, well,
and it's very stupid.
Sometimes that happens. Yeah.
So Musashi eventually. He puts up a good fight, but the brothers are working him over. He collapses. The Gauntlet gets pissed.
Oh, yeah, he's still all, kill them, damn it.
Yeah, Gauntlet's position is that Musashi is doing too much collapsing and not enough demon murder. Across the grounds, the group hears Sayo praying inside the bell. Kaizen realizes, oh, right, I'm a monk. I can do super monk things. Kaizen starts chanting with her.
Yeah, sure.
He goes mega monk mode. He starts pushing over this humongous flaming bell with his bare hands.
Yeah. What is that, like a shield spell?
I don't even know. Meanwhile, Does
he cast Protect?
I think he would need to cast Shell there, certainly. But yeah, Kaizen eventually goes full Human Torch and pushes the bell over, and Sayo is saved.
Yeah, but he's just this entire time. It's a little bit longer than how you describe it, which is fine, of course. But it's like, yeah, he's like touching the side of a hot truck trailer this whole time. Just like, gets a little bit graphic. He's basically turning into a burned corpse now. That's just...
Yeah, he's just kind of a sausage at this point.
Burning like a hot dog at camp.
Yeah.
That's all my jokes.
So Sayo is saved. That's great. Cut back to Musashi on the ground. He's about to get carved up by little bro. Because I believe Yaemon instructed them, hey, cut off his arms and legs and then bring him to me while he's still conscious. Musashi doesn't want that to happen. Right. At this point,
I wouldn't, no.
Yeah, like one of the brothers, I think, sticks his sword into Musashi. Oni Gauntlet gets impatient and transforms him into the titular Onimusha.
Yeah, and basically like heals his wounds or something as well, and now he's just like extra ready to party.
I was kind of hoping he looked like it does in the games when you turn into the Onimusha, where you're like a dude with glowing white hair and eyes, and instead it's Musashi, but he's a little purpler. Like, all right. I guess maybe that's easier to animate.
But not Kano.
He's not Kano. He's not, yeah. Hello, baby. I've studied all your moves, Sonya. When are we going to watch that? Oh, it's not animated. We should watch the Mortal Kombat.
Maybe they should make an anime.
We should watch the Mortal Kombat cartoon. Was that a Ruby Spears?
Yes, but it's not Japanese.
Damn it!
It does not fit the purview of this show.
Shit.
Get out.
I gotta go.
Maybe we'll do another Patreon tier just for that.
Okay, so Oni Musashi takes out little and big bros handily. Tarumaru strikes... is that the remaining Falcon? Tarumaru?
One of the Marios,
okay.
Yes.
He strikes Big Bro to give Musashi an opening, who then slices and dices him into raspberry jam. Just a real...
Yeah,
a real manual jibbing.
The biggest bit of gore in this show, yeah. Musashi does this like maelstrom attack, and then the Yoshioka guy just turns into a pile of gore.
But it's so... what's the term? There's no detail to it, so it's not as gross as it sounds. It's just he turns into raspberry jam. Like there's no close-ups.
Yeah.
There's no detailed entrails. It's just red mist.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's not close up. It's at a distance from the camera.
Yeah.
And so it just turns into like this CG jibs.
Yeah, pretty great.
Essentially.
So the gauntlet then absorbs the Genma souls, just like in my video game.
Yeah. Oh, great.
As Musashi gets stuck in a stab loop over Little Bro's corpse, Kaizen walks over and snaps him out of it. He was just standing there stabbing the corpse over and over.
It's just the gauntlet doing its own zombie thing, just like, give me more souls. Poke, poke.
Kaizen then warns Musashi, hey, don't go full Oni, and then collapses.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah. Cut to a house in the village where Kaizen lays dying and says,
I've had a most excellent journey.
All right.
Yeah. Now, I imagine after this, they then get a phone booth time machine and go traveling all over.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It's
Here's how I think this would go.
Friends forever. It's Onimusha's excellent adventures. A most bodacious, courageous team. Cruising in their time.
Party on, dudes.
All right. Yeah, who could forget Rufinosuke?
We'll never know because I didn't watch any other episodes.
Damn it.
But yeah.
All right. So Kaizen thanks Sayo for her cooking and peaces out.
He has a nice sentimental message. But yeah, I loved your cooking. Thanks, bye.
Gotta go. So Sayo and the 3 remaining samurai set out for Yaemon. We close on a final scene, a room in the mines with Yaemon, I think, sitting at a desk while a warrior leafs through a book and says, I can't wait to see the look on Musashi's face when you show up.
Yes. And that'll be our next boss fight.
Yes.
I'm sure.
I don't understand why things like this that are kind of meant or designed to be binge watched are still written with flaccid TV cliffhangers at the end.
Well, I feel like that's going to change soon. I think Netflix is always doing their, let's say, in the essence of this show, demonic machinations, and will try and just do things at the most base way to get you to keep watching. And that means actually influencing the content more of shows. And just making it. I saw some article. I don't know exactly what the context was or if it was a rumor or something, but like Netflix was influencing shows now to where they just want to make it more easily understandable when people have it on in the background.
Yeah, it's called second screen content.
Yeah, but to make it, written so stupidly, I suppose, that it would just like...
Yeah, so that you can scroll Instagram...
Only need a certain percentage. Yeah.
And still understand what's happening in your TV show.
Yeah, and do your spreadsheets and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's going to happen. I don't know if it'll happen to the anime necessarily, but we'll see.
Oh boy.
Hopefully they fight against that.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Japanese creators fight against that a little bit.
So that's it. That's the first 4 episodes of Onimusha. I really like the outro music a lot. It's no Wild Wind, but it's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah. I agree. Yeah. But before we cap it all off, we do like to ask on this show at the end of everything, is it horny?
No.
And no, it's not. Okay, moving on. No, that's a pretty clear-cut one, I would say, this time around. Yeah.
I mean, well, hey, we don't know. We haven't seen the last 4 episodes. It might get very horny.
Maybe, but we are judging this on the first 4. So.
All right, that's true.
But even the games aren't that horny. There's some certain women characters dressed a certain way.
There's some character designs that cannot be avoided because it's a Japanese thing marketed to nerds. So, like, what are you going to do? But this show, none of that.
Right. But yeah, to go back to the outro and to just give my final thoughts, I agree with you. It was pretty good music and sound and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning, it was just kind of a good-looking show all around. I did think it was kind of formulaic, at least in like the first half of the episodes, where it was just always like a quiet travel sequence, and then they meet a monster, and then it, gets a bit louder. Musashi orders the guys around.
Yep.
And it's just a little bit of a monster of the week, plus the good guy death of the week.
That's right.
Towards the end of our section here. But again, I'm not so sure if that's a bad thing necessarily. It was just different from what I would expect from an Onimusha anime. It was just an interesting balance of like quiet and violent / loud stuff. And
yeah.
It would get more intense, I'm sure.
I wasn't expecting it to be a journey thing, like a road trip film.
Right.
I was expecting...
Are they journeying to the west? Do we know?
I was expecting it to be more like the plot of Onimusha 1, where you just have this one put upon samurai who encounters the gauntlet and then has to save like an entire castle or temple or whatever and defeat Nobunaga. But no, it was nice to see this. This is kind of a prequel. We've got all these interesting characters. Most of them are dead now, but the ones who stuck around are pretty good.
Yeah, and there's no Nobunaga involved. I know it's like different time periods, but just like they didn't go back to the well of the original game just being about Nobunaga.
Yeah.
They went with Musashi and Iemon and stuff. So, and then I'm sure they'll have their own interpretation of that in the new game as well. But we'll see.
We will see. Is the new game going to be on PC? Because I might pick that up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
All right.
Don't you worry about that. And we'll also have an English dub. And I do mean English.
All right.
It's called, they got British voices for that.
What's it called? Onimusha 4?
No, they've already did 4.
Oh, right.
They just didn't put a 4 on.
Oh, sorry. Onimusha 5.
Onimusha Way of the Sword.
That's right.
So I guess if you want to be a cute little bitch about it, you could say Way of the Sword.
Way of the 5 word. Isn't Way of the Sword just...
Yes.
Isn't Way of the Sword literally just kendo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Onimusha kendo.
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go for it.
All right. That's it for Draw Game. Raymond, thank you for participating.
Thanks, Alex. It was great to be here on your show again.
Have you ever heard the other show we do? It's called No More Whoppers. You can find out more at nomorewhoppers.com. You can go to patreon.com/nomorewhoppers and become a patron. We've got tiers. We've got bonuses. We've got a Discord. Get on there. Let's talk. Ask us our opinions about almost anything. We'll give them to you. In fact, if you are a $5 patron at patreon.com/nomorewhoppers, you also get access to our bonus show, Draw Game Type S, where we wade into the wild world of the subtitle.
Yes. In case you would prefer to hear Japanese, you can hear some of that.
Plenty of Japanese clips.
I could get an actual Alex clip.
Oh, please do.
Of you speaking Japanese on one of your commercials.
Oh, no. Yeah, we don't need that.
No, we don't need it.
Speaking of my commercials, you can check me out at patui.org. All my stuff is linked from there. All of my voiceover work, my streaming, my whatnot, my YouTube videos, social medias. Follow me on Blue Sky. It's at patui.org. That's me. Where do people find Ray?
My website is rdbaaa.space. That's also my Blue Sky name, but you can find all my links there on that website as well. If you want to look at some video games that will never have an anime based on them, you can go to my game company, Bipedal Dog, bipedal.dog. I make a game called Blast Rush LS and others. Check it out. Thank you very much.
And thank you for listening. Ray, thank you for being a good sport.
Thank you, Alex-san.
Your omotenashi is above reproach. Everyone else, thank you very much for listening to Draw Game. Meanwhile, financial planning. Even samurai have to do it.
It's no use. We didn't even budget.